Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Tavern Talk. Coffee talk, but kind of with D&D, right? Yeah. Anyways, this is Tavern Talk, a brand new game that has released today. It's a visual novel game, and it is developed by Gentle Troll Entertainment and published by Gentle Troll Entertainment. What is Tavern Talk? Tavern Talk is a cozy visual novel about running a tavern in a D&D-inspired fantasy. Gather rumors, serve magical drinks, and meet adventurers on a life-changing quest. Yeah, this came out today, so you can pick this up for yourself if you enjoy what you see in today's stream. Also, there is a demo. If you want, you can go ahead and download the demo for yourself and play to see if you, if this is something for you. Currently, the price is $17.99 USD. You can get it for 10% off here on Steam. I'm not sure if there's a sale going on Switch, but this game is available on Steam and on Switch. Those are the two platforms you can pick up this game. It is controller supported, but there's not a lot of going on. Look, if you want to play with the controller, you can absolutely play with the controller. But today we're going to be playing some Tavern Talk, and I'm very excited. I want to say a special thank you to the team also for sending over a key to me so that I can show it off to all of you and all that. And I really hope you enjoy what you see in today's stream. I have a guilty pleasure of visual novel games, and I really like story-driven games and things like that. There's going to be a lot of reading and a lot of talking, and this is going to be more of a chilled out stream indeed. And that's something. Hi guys. Oh, hello to you. Hi Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for the 3 months on Twitch. I appreciate that. How you doing? This is going to be a chilled out stream, and I hope you enjoy and kick back, relax, maybe take your shoes off. I don't know, maybe don't wear shoes in the house. I don't know, just enjoy, right? How is it going? We'll say hello to everyone before we get started. This is streamed on YouTube and on Twitch, so welcome in everybody on Twitch and YouTube. I hope you are all doing well on this Thursday. Happy Thursday to you and happy release day. Hello Ruth, hello Dark Rubies, hello Jamie, hello Susie T, hello Emily. How's it going? Hello Hoodie, how you doing? Hello Natasha, Ninsar, how are you? Welcome in. Hello Tina, how you doing? Hello Amanda, how are you? Amanda Sawyer. Roxanne, how you doing? Roxanne Charlotte, how's it going? Shantae, Inked Robot, welcome in. Hello Mitchell, hello Starshot, how's it going? Hello Swiftly as well, welcome in. Johnny, good to see you. Is this a new game? This is absolutely a new game out today. Yeah. Good to see you. Yes, the chosen one, how are you? Good to see you. Melissa, how are you? Melissa, good to see you. Welcome in. $21.99 retail it is on Switch. Is it on Switch, the $21.99 retail? I don't know what the price is on Switch, but yeah, here on Steam it is at least $17.99 USD. I don't know if we're looking at different currencies either. Hello Vanessa, how are you? Vanessa, welcome in. Hello Focus on Me, welcome in as well. Yeah, good to see you. Hello. Hi Chelsea, how you doing Chelsea? Everybody lurking, spurking, and possibly working on this Thursday, welcome in. So I did make it a little bit of a setting, yeah. So we'll go with I left the text speed as is, but one thing I did change here in the settings was the font size. Maybe in case some of you might be watching on a phone or a smaller device, I cranked up the font size to the max. So this is like the biggest font size you can possibly get as well. Yep. Okay, so that's all I got for you. Other than that, let's sit back, relax, and if you enjoy this, make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy what you see and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right, let's go. Yes. Yo. Yes. All right, let's do it. Now,
once upon a time, in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to
Yes.
aid ambitious adventurers on their quests, to make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Visually, the game looks amazing. It does. Okay, so before we start in today's gameplay as well, I just want to kind of let it be known I do not pronounce things correctly that often, so I do apologize in advance if I do get things mispronounced or things like that, whether it's names or actual words in the dictionary. I do apologize ahead of time, but let's go ahead and jump in. So hiya, Innkeep, how's it going? All is fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy. So their name is Fable. Yes, all fine and dandy. Indeed. I had such an exciting day, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better, I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that I had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to run into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Well, did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. See? Strike one. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there. So, sounds very, exciting, I guess. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts, walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. No worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, not just something very fun. Anaphylactic shock, and all that. Does that count as an adventure? You know, no. No, it does not. I think that counts as a mistake. So, what are you saying is that you're missing some spice? No. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chills would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah. Oh, well, that's what you meant. Well, yeah, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, and no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun? Have you tried visiting a circus, or have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Zupa? We'll say soup, yeah. Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery, some zest. Go to the theater, or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up? Like, really high? Yes, I think that's the point. Ah, I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing. But what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of those if I never lived through anything? Well, what do you mean? Well, day in and day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Well, sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for an example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. Sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think that, no. I would love to sing about it, the exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Nice. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle though. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I prefer you didn't actually. Okay. Well, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink though? Yeah, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yeah. Okay, the usual. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight, nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. You want to be with the nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Alright, message received then. Although, I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes, I shall. Yep. Really now? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put an apron on or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. This is going to teach us how to do the drinks. So welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. And to make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I also take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. All right, so there we go. Look at all that good stuff right there. You pinned my order. I guess I did. The Frosted Lagoon, Swift Strike, Spoken Heart, Southern Brawler, and a Sparkling Nebula. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result. But the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw on it, or draw it on the chalkboard. What if you pick the wrong one, though? I can either erase it with a sponge, or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There you go. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. So there is this kind of like pie chart that is in the game, and depending on how we mix the drink will kind of affect the pie chart itself. I guess we'll see that in a sec. Yeah. I forgot which one was dexterity though. I think it was not that one. This one, right? Can we do that one? Actually, should we? I feel like we should pin like right away. Can we pin right away? There we go. Swift strike. Perfect. That's good stuff. And then, yeah. Now I don't know how much we need to put in. Just kind of go and see what happens. That looks about right. A little bit of dexterity and a little bit of mental, maybe. Like a little bit of that. Possibly a little bit of this defense. There you go. Swift strike made. Our first one. We've concocted that. That was pretty good now, wasn't it? Ring the bell. Make your first drink, baby. There's your swift strike. Wow. It actually does teleport. Of course it does. Well, what did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste now. That's so delicious. I made that? You made that. Well, thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe. But how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try, though? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. In steps somebody else. Hello, mysterious person. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Who else? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt you. Sure, whatever. Alright, let's do a spoken heart for this person. Let's put that on the drawing board, and let's start mixing it up. And you can kind of get yourself in a little bit of a groove here while you're mixing these drinks, of course. Perfect. And, what is this? A little bit of that? Yeah, a little bit of that. There we go. And then a little bit of this to top it off. I think I've overtopped it. I definitely have overtopped it. Right. And do open up. Open your mouth. There you go. That's good. Thank you. Let's pour a little bit, but not too much. I poured the wrong one. And do open up again. Thank you, buddy. All right. Try again. It's okay. It's our first day on the job. Perfect. Perfect. And a little bit of this. That should be a spoken heart. There we go. Order up. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Rumor unlocked. Song of bones and water. Very well. Hang on a sec. Let me just pull up something real quick. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I apologize. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay. Okay. All right. Good? Okay, good. We're good. We are good. Okay. All right. The brooding type I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. Now, my brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers. Fable, we belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do, though? Yes, no, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Then you should do with what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yeah. What if? It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny never meant for me to leave? Well, what if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie. Fable, your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. There Fable goes. They look awesome. Oh my lord. Like, I just want to appreciate like what's going on in the background too. The game, the art, it just looks so good. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Carolyn? I shall call you Lynn. Nice to meet you, Care or Lynn. Or what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink. You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board, which is right here behind them. No quest for me. But I may have one for you. Or, I guess, your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Trigarian? Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf. That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove? Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? I think so. Nah, just split society into the camps. Team werewolf or team vampire? Which one are you, Innkeep? Are we team vampire or are we team werewolf? I have to say I'm team werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. Now how about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Yeah, all the time, at least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolves yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. I would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. No, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Love it. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch? Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Well, good to know. Thanks, Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me. Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. So something that's very powerful and hardcore. Probably the brawler, right? The southern brawler would be the way to go. So let's draw that up. Let's cook it up as well. 1, 2, and 3. Put that down, and we need a little bit of charisma with that. There we go, and a little bit of defense with that too. That should be the southern brawler. Order up! Team Edward. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west? Through the Ashen Grove? Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? Well, that's kind of rude of us to kind of go deeper into that. No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. That is very rude of us. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west. So, Might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, I guess, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you staple shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophism. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for more work, I'll be back. Well then, I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? You don't want them to go to waste. We'll do the tutorial, of course, yeah. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Well, let me see your setup. So this is where I sort out all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Then once you're done, select the quill of yours and it will be written up. Got it? Okay, got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab, I guess. That's not how that... right. Works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. So the rumors that we've picked up from talking to everybody, we just need to kind of like put them all together. 3 of these, right? Now I think I can I move these around? I can. So probably the way we want to go is maybe the werewolf and not the undead, right? A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully, hyperbole. Let's see here. We know that there's a werewolf. Hyperbole. Thank you. Hyperbole. I finally got there. A werewolf secret weakens its weaknesses by playing fetch, and then the werewolf previously has been seen. So probably the werewolf has previously been seen in the southern town. The Vulcan or the Vuckinkin told me about a werewolf who is roaming, and that we need to use it to play fetch, and that can be a quest, I'm pretty sure. Let's write that up. A werewolf on detours. Yeah, that seems about right. I like it. That could be our first quest. Put up on the board. Oh! Look at him, he's so cute. I need like a plushie of him. Oh, the wind chimes. So Act 1, the Wayfarer's Inn. 2, Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. These words are wild. Quest taken by Fable. Is this the werewolf? Are you sure you want to do this? This seems a little bit, a lot, maybe, for your going out and doing something different life. And what do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregarian. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet? Nope, not yet. What kind of hero are you? Hero you're looking for? Well, one who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest, actually. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. Awkward. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No. Not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been thinking of and been able to think about is you telling me how to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before, and you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then? I didn't think that far ahead, actually. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, whichever is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me? But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took quite a turn, yeah? So maybe I should put the quest back. Anxiety. A little bit of anxiety, obviously. A lot of anxiety. A lot of self-doubt, right? Fable. Yeah? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you, though. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. Yeah. What do slimes drink? Water? More slime? Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf, we don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident, or my first encounter with the Amaranth Hydra, or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Let me know more about the Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia. Word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. Well, what happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who is acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger, a merchant up in Tregarin. Recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very, very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. And why were you so nervous? New people? Seasoned adventurers? one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? Well, I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yeah? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse, though. I could have led them right into the arms of the Shirma that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers, but you didn't. A three-headed beast, apparently. But I didn't. No. Your first encounter with the Hydra. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. And did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing, or dangerous, or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me whenever I go, or wherever I go, like an adventure companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. Well, you're too harsh on yourself there, Fable. Am I, though? You see, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby. All day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture of a hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes, I guess. And then your first encounter with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales matched my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just sat down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits, and then it looked at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice, and some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged for an answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea is all. Did you get it some tea? Yeah, I did. Then you completed its quest? 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Adventures don't come tied up in neat, mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless, or just try to do better in the future. No. Don't be mean to Fable. I like you the same nonetheless. You do? Yes. I don't care much for Fable, the flawless hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable, the messy adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality, on the other hand, great non-guy, might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that, though. Oh, I won't. Thank you, Innkeep. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest. For example, don't you think I'm a little underdelved? Do you think that will change by sitting around? Well, I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? And what if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventure swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on the quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do that right? Yeah, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yeah. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and more quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just as hungry lost lichen after all. And it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. And remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that, so sorry for backseat mixing. So yeah, in this game, you can actually, and with some of the quests, you can actually help out the adventurers and kind of form the story away. We can give Fable the dexterity, or we can choose to give Fable the charisma. And I think I like the charisma approach more. Yeah, I think I like the charisma approach more. Any RPG games that I play, I always like doing charisma. I think that's a very popular thing in RPG games, right? So let's see for high charisma, the spoken heart, or something with dexterity, which would be the swift strike. Let's do the charisma. Spoken heart. All right, here we go. Pour it up. 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a little bit of this. They do it. There we go. And a little bit of this. Perfect. Order up. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait. That sounds like I'm tending to a farm. Now, we could have gave Fable charisma drink here to go talk to a werewolf that might actually rip off Fable's head. We don't know. There are a lot of farmers in Tregarin, and I'm going to protect them all, or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. And I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. Yeah. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay. I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So, I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. Well, they will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course, and I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Goodbye, Fable. I hope Fable will be all right. ... One thing about this game, and even with Coffee Talk in the past too, is these games really do reflect on like real life stuff, real life situations, real life. I guess the best way to put it is metaphors, right? You can a lot of metaphors to life, and you know, it's okay to be different, I guess is the best way to put it. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. I don't think we got this person's name, huh? You again. Me again. And you, who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink? Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific, though? That spoken heart one tasted, fine. Thank you. Spoken heart, again. We're handing these out like nobody's business right now. There we go. And you don't have to write the chalkboard. You don't have to write on the chalkboard. I guess if you memorize a recipe, you can just go right ahead, like start up and go. Obviously, I don't have anything memorized right now, but order up. Too much dialogue. Well, it is a visual novel game. Yeah, this is a visual novel game, so it will be mostly just a dialogue. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Strange fellow. Charming indeed, I guess. Yeah. Oh my lord, look at these people. They look fabulous. The dwarf and a vampire. Careful! You'll step on my cape. Ah, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line? I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they're giving you some more dialogue options than most. But that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. It would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No. But I can assure you, I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you. Though I should let you know, I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah! My cape! Your... cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it's on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story in your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquesne. Holy frick. That's a hell of a name. It's basically long for Kyle. Ah, Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Thank you, Ninrox, for the bits. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. How you doing? Or it looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. So anything that has red. Probably the Southern Brawler would be that. Yeah, the red drink. Yeah, I think so. This is red, correct? This is so red. There we go. And then a little bit of charisma to go along with that. Did I do that enough? There we go. And a little bit of defense to go along with that too. Order up! Right for you. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite. No. No biting. Okay. And to whom may I have to offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable. Tough like a mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons look close enough. Coming right up. So this is the first time we did the frosted lagoon here, I think. Yeah. First time we're doing this one. The frosted lagoon probably looks the best out of all of them. At least like tastiest. There we go. A little bit of this to go along with it. And I'll finish it off with this. Ooh, I think I put a little bit too much. Andrew, open up. Thank you, buddy. There we are. Order up. Right for you. A taste of Ur. Just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh. Are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright. Picture me deep in the mountains of Dolvamer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. How does Kyle fit into this? This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills you? Oh, right. And did the ooze also eat the cape? Yeah. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing at least. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold. Ah, yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Boruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. We did. Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Boruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put my capes? Me capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land. What? No, Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you, but for that, we need a little bit more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Boruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes, which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then, what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn residing in Morrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out, she just wanted, spit it out, leech. Oh, what? She just wanted my cape. Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her. That thief of thieves robbed me on my own precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet. Sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up the search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Morrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness, temptress of men, Flameco champion of 1467. Flamenco. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now, too. All right, I think I got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. More lagoon coming through. Another lagoon, another lagoon. Frosted lagoon. Coming your way. There we go. This is actually looking quite tasty indeed. There we are. A little bit of this. And, oh, yep, that one. And that. Top it off with that. Order up! Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last until dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No. I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here, we were you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? And perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh, okay. Well, that reminds me. My Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of Shamira's saliva for sun protection. That's disgusting. Shamira? Vampire sunscreen, okay. I think beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, but made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear Shamira in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me all like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me when I can walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more. As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight? Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. It seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real boy one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Those two were kind of fun. Those were fun. All right, so we have a quest, or possibly two quests that we can do here, that we can create up. So let's see here. We definitely want to do the... Let's see here. Wow. We want to do... Vampire's looking for the cape. He seems a bit confused. Wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. We want to do the castle, right? Vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. We want to do that. Undead, Riverbanks, Mary Morgan, Banshee, resides. Okay, no. Quirky vampires looking for his cape. Maybe that one? And then at foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak resides Countess Evelyn, the vampire temptress of men. I think we can do that. It also goes together. Hey there, Evelyn. Perfect. We did it. Hooray! And then the other one, the Hydra, right? Let's do that. And then that. And we need the saliva. Yeah, saliva. Okay. Good stuff. Until sunrise. Next day. You think Fable succeeded, maybe? Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. 3, New Friends and Former Enemies. 59th of the Wake. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. And together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. As we just talk to ourselves. No problem. In this tavern by ourselves. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So, you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. Well, it wasn't. Oh. But no one died, right? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Charisma. Elaborate, please. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? Well, a lot, actually. I think he is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest. Fable of the quest. Right. The quest. Right. Look at the phone. Okay, hang on. Hang on a sec. I don't know. Hang on a sec, everybody. Time out. Okay, sorry about that. All right, back to what we were doing. Okay, good. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregarian right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields of vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding, of course. This is so awkward. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing though. Not like the normal kind, right? What? Nothing. Okay. Right. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead, of course. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked why. And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately, though. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid then? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags, and they were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old... What was that explosion? Did you hear that explosion? Ah, that old... You hear that again? Hey, why can't I say that? What the... Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh, actually. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon. It smelled like Uncle Dragon. Fought like him, too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping, but it be joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. And because of the feud? Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. And eventually he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless, until we found out a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought that he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was to just get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible. Idiot. You should talk it out with your fists. Well, I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. And my aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course, but they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on, and that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. And if we had, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. That only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Vatican things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing the sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too, yeah. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them both to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology, of course. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. I guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he had done. And he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement, a small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. Sounded like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. Lycanthropy, yeah? Lycanthropy. I apologize. I really do apologize, everybody. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending, of course. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one. Exactly. I like that. They do look very cool, don't they? Lynn. So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. I was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. Wouldn't think they live here or something. Would think they lived here or something. I had a report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah, yes. Said something about it being for you and keep? Oh, really? Yeah. Uh-oh. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well... So, a drink? What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make the usual strength never gets old. Right, okay. Coming right up. The Southern Brawler, of course. Order up. There we go. There. There, and there. And give you a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Southern Brawler, order up! Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike, back to my senses. Yeah, I could do that. I've had a stressful day. Night, morning, sequence of events. Yeah, no problem. Swift strike. There we go. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. And then I think, yeah, a little bit of this. A little bit of brain. Wait, did I do too much of that? I think I might have did too much. I did. Open up. There you go. Have some of that. Do a little bit of this. There we go. Perfect. Order up. Very good. Here you go. Thank you. Wow. This is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleeping? They do look like they're going to pass out any second now, don't they? And so do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as a payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Oh, and they're gone. Sure. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first, yeah? Yeah, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? Or yes, very good job. Maybe you should order that drink more often? No. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. And do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world didn't end is all. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'll ask help for. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't, though. I think this world, and you have a point, we shouldn't hope for such calamity. Even if it would make for a good song, though. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. I'll see you soon. See you soon. Now, I think that person with, like, the hood, like the sketchy looking person, that person could probably do for the castle, for the vampire's cape, yeah? Good evening to you too. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Quest taken. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. Well, it is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name, you know. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs did. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest, go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome too. So you know of the castle? Yeah. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yeah, I would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or nothing can leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. The only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for an example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious. Absolutely I am. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those though. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? I trade them for a joke? Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy. I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with a knife. Alright, enough secrets then. You may have one of my renowned drinks now. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you from a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Thought that does sound appealing, though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do, and some frost armor should help do with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me again. I think such approach would require such amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen. Should my speed and agility not be enough, help me with the decision and keep your wisdom is no secret is. I want this person to go in like very stealthily. I like that. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I make the correct recipe. And maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. So we want to do the, I think it's the Fey crystals. Fey crystals for invisibility. And then we want to go, was it Swift? Yeah, Swift. Okay. Then we go like this. Okay, cool. Go like that. All right. Add a little bit of that, please, and thank you. And then that's already there. And then a little bit of this. No, a little bit of this. Yeah. Perfect. Swift strike. Order up. Got it. Nice. There you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite. But that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary. No, only the absence of it. That makes two of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me, goodbye, innkeep. Goodbye. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of a vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Farewell indeed. Zephyr's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool character. Yeah. Or for a bitter end. Oh, Oh, look, Lynn has a smile on their face. Hello, Lynn. Oh, quest? Yes. Hydra. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Oh, yeah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages, actually. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration, I guess. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that, but make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. All right, so give her the brawler. Let's go for it. There we go. I should probably, like, you would think I would memorize these already, but not yet. Yeah, there we go. Hold her up. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Wait, what? Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't, actually. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it as my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Wow, that was a weird way to start the conversation there. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that, right? It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't, though. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire. The vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? Chimera? It's a chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix very well, actually. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles, actually. Didn't think of it that way. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed it would. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. It got me thinking, ain't it kinda blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was, though? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job at it. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous then? It ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. And what's it about? Guardians. It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yeah, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool, I guess. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before. Passed? Left. One day she was just gone. Think she just wanted to spend her last moment somewhere else? Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem now, don't they? At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a Shamir herself? Is it Chimera? Chimera? Shamir just doesn't sound right. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found one in all her years. It would have been nice to have been able to tell her the story when I returned, if I returned. I'm sure you will, though. You can tell her this. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. It's pronounced chimera, like chimera. Is that how it is? Chimera. There you go. I'll think about it. See, I didn't think that sounded right. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much, yeah? I guess so. So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one. I used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. A wolf pretending to want to be a dragon. You could just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings, though. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody either. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so, I guess. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? I didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help, does it? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Probably the chilies, right? That sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple, shall we? Alright, well, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of boost for this body can hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, and so I'll need to be too hardy for its bites. Some defense might come in handy, of course, or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoyed a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons? You're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. And don't need more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. It's your job, figure it out. I think I'm gonna go with the full-on nebula. We're gonna go full nebula, yeah. I'm not going to do the chili. I'm going to do the brain power here. There we go. There we go. There we are. And then charisma. Alita Dragon, thank you for the membership. How are you? Sparkling Nebula. Order up. That looks fancy. Figured it out. Thanks. I hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds, by the way. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problem. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Thanks, Lynn. Appreciate it, Lynn. Next chapter? Chimera. I gotta remember that. Starlight Sonata. Oh. Hello. Hey, Innkeep. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like something it is amiss. I just can't figure out what. She a druid. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know? They do, indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What it will be this time? Something for the wits again. You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. Right? So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. So, give her a lagoon, yeah? Or, a lagoon. Where's the lagoon? Right there. Coming right up. There we are. 1, 2, 3. And then a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Order up! Liquid steel. Just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? To the island of Boreas. Is that what it is? Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like Sylvan spirits, trolls, and like that. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure, but do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs? No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's season. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geyser and hot springs, especially around this time of year, when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. It sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time, so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like this. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green-cheeked conurers are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me, but I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want to be late. I don't want you to be late to your own convention. Well then, so long, and see you soon. Chrissy. New person, Chrissy. There's Fable. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest and the Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that. She told me before she left. In case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course I did. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia? You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about the reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you, I like trinkets. Oh. What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I called it the Little Dipper. Huh. Oh, look at that right up there, right at the top. Cool. It does look like a Little Dipper now, doesn't it? I think it also could be a Big Dipper. No, we'll leave it at Little Dipper. Using a lot of imagination, who knows, maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky. There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for an example. A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Really now. Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? Astral. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like the Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If of course that's okay with you. Well, it is. I'll write it down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down. Or something more zesty, perhaps. A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest. Thank you. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks, not sure how to make those just yet, especially those with the right balance. And I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Of course. Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. That is the swift, the high dexterity, the swift strike going down. We already know how that is. There we go. Fill it up first. There we go. A little bit of this, right? Oh yeah, a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Order up! Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break. So maybe stay a while before heading back? That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Kyle! Ah. Greetings and keep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I know I did not. Are you sure you didn't move your innkeep? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you then. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? No, not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that fox blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. Now wait a sec. Fox blood, yeah? I think that was just the red one, right? Yes, just the red one. This one. Perfect. There we go. Do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. We're up. Some fox blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. The only thing that can make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long, tooth-spined guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire in my hand and my hair, and so I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun is also bad for vampires. Well, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works also. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall, brooding, and just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor, swirling shadow, and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me into ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone? Yeah, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. I had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. Stranger of the night. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted Pasca recipe? Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yeah, you. Me? He asked me about you. Me? Yeah. Said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about your inn and how it's doing. I sing your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver your greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. And how do you phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the fox piece your precious innkeep has found in his house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name, though. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not, actually. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. You want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call them that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them though, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight, reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capable of sunscreen by the end of it, though, and maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. The refusal to change is dangerous. The refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also. Could it not? For an example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. Well, you are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all of my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile, too. It makes it all more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of this message. Our dear friend stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, yes, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Lovingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them, though. Fireworks. Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. Oh. I don't mean to interrupt, but what is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful. They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Oh, man. Picking up the pieces on Act 2. Start the day. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. Oh, Sunny Breeze. That way, whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan. Nice, we got a new drink. Summer Breeze. Is that what it is? Summer Breeze. Oh, hello. How are you? Who are you? Innkeeper. She's a turtle. Jade. Didn't think you show up after the last time. Wait, is this the person they were talking about? Maybe this is the person they were talking about. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? No clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present, then. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times. After all, although I brought you something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl. This is interesting. Let me see. It's some thunder sage. I found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. It tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience then, yeah? Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I say you've gotten old. Now that hurts. Don't take it personally. You've still got some of your old appeal or spark. Still got my old appeal? Yeah. You can be honest, you know. You're not my type. That's okay. Perhaps your drinks are my type, though. What can I serve you? Something that will quicken my reflexes. I gotcha. Dexterity. Let me hit you with that. Wait, what is Summer Breeze, though? Or Sunny Breeze. Sorry, not Summer Breeze, Sunny Breeze. Okay, that's that. All right, let's go Swift. Here we go. Pour it up. There we go. And awesome. Pour up. Perhaps you'll find this appealing. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig. I finished up a job in the Saya Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I, myself, am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job. Though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna. And snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zephyr from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zephyr, the seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was. It still is, sometimes at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild, so I went there to deal with those bandits. Look at their most wanted list, cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that's it. Something about some archmage familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you. I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me? You know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. Honestly, not too good. I'm doing very well, thank you, actually. Well, that's good news, especially considering the state of your tavern. It's not that bad, though. Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by a recent incident. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Oh, whoa! Hello. Shooting stars. It's much more serious than that. That's who they were talking about at the marketplace. Innkeeper, a drink, please. Perhaps something to boost my defense. I think that is, my lord. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. Get you with the lagoon, no problem. There. Let's get it. She's got huge, luscious, blonde hair. Massive. There we are. Order up. And purple eyes. Please enjoy. Like dragon skills, sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I can impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. Maybe this isn't the person that was at the market. It's probably this person, right? Jade, I think. Jade at the market? Jade's at the market. Jade was at the market. I don't know who this is yet. I mean, if some star rain managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. All right, Chief. Well, the offer stands. What? You didn't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would have it been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Frick. Sometimes they crash on Gaia, rarely, but it happens. Nothing would worry about it. Nothing I would worry about, though. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia helped me. What? You know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. No. My name is Holy Hell. Elithia Enwar? Elithia Enwar? I am a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the gilded sea. Ow. That's a lot. I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who could bring doom. Can we get an easier name there? Elithia. Is that what it is? Elithia? Elithia? Elithia. Elithia. Elithia, yeah? Elithia. And I'm very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Elithia. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. Like what? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally, usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly right above us the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice. But what would you know? It's a vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's a theological term for it, though. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom. When all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, Innkeep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did. Yeah. I'm so sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, he could ask for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try, I guess. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best, aid those in need. It's like a paladin, and perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. Now, I didn't ask for any help, though. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, I will help you fix up your tavern free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need any help, I know many around that do. So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all of this when I return. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis? Not sure how I call this a crisis. Sure. If it's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No. But I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they just get paid without working. Interesting. That's a very interesting way to put it. I wouldn't say they aren't working. Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Wishful thinking, I think. Whoa, what the heck are you? Heyo. Greetings, adventurer. Who? Me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just a standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. If that makes you feel better. Hit me and give me something for your give me something from your repertoire of greetings. Greetings, traveler. Boring. Gotta agree with a gnome. I'm not a gnome. Whatever. What are you then? Many things, but today I'm Iniko. You? I'm the innkeeper. Jade. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I prefer if no one stole anything. Drakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then? If I can't have your name. Of course. What do you want? Well, what do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that will make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. Okay. A slippery worm coming right up then. Okay. Everybody's on the whole swift strike, man. They want it. They're gonna get it. Give him that swiftness. He does look like he's made of stone, though, doesn't he? A little bit of that. And a little bit of that. We're up! No worms, but perhaps it still suits your taste. Oh, wow. This is great. Amazing, even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Oh, wait, is he from the stars that crashed? Who, me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo. It's short for corruption. Okay. Nice. Oh, I didn't realize he had a thing wrapped around his neck. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh. An Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh? That's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. They actually use TBH right there. They use TBH. Did they know they use TBH? Maybe they didn't know they used TBH. I said, okay. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud, of all this goody with me because I can be someone else's tomorrow, as he pulls out a freaking knife. In Avalon, they all see through that game very quickly. I see. Challenging then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool, I guess. Does he have cats on his fingers now? So what brings you here, Nico? This and that, you know, Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by the giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't know. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. And that way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through a narrow space, pickpocket. And did you admire the wreck ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern and keep? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and boom. He did it again. He pulled out the knife. Yeah. Oh. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Me neither. That someone could be you, though. Me? Nah, absolutely not. I don't get involved with these sorts of things, ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems, you know? Are they gonna pay for me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing in the end, no one thanks you for it. Heroism is an unprofitable art form. If you're unlucky, you'll even get in trouble for destroying someone's property. And that, after you just fought tooth and nail to save a village from eternal domination. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Nico, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? No way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that, though. Name one adventurer that didn't die for self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Erevan. They were nice, but too nice, you know. I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen, didn't really care. But I was nice to them too, you know. Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea and munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe, full of robes and magic type of guy, and kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? I don't know. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia? Ah, right. Sorry, mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea then? Ah, fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings tainting the gilded sea in dark shades of misery, leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dowell Hills? Dowell Hills? No, but I heard about when I was in Zephyr. Through the Fae, we're doing one of their quirky rituals again. Oh, wait, so it actually happened? Yeah. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like the guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaf said, "The wings shall be torn apart at the feet of the Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dowell." Dowell. So it really could be true. What? It sounds like whatever happened in Dowell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void, metaphors for a starless sky. If the wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Zephyr. It happened just a few days ago. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. I thought he was just babbling. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or their other job paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Maybe they just realized that they can't save everybody. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Enough with your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air now. So long, Innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Yeah. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Oh, I hate this. Indeed, Nico. But not for long. I'm getting bored, and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town. Surely some people don't need their shiny things anymore. Good luck finding someone to help. That definitely isn't me. So far, I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never get ever disappointed. How? Never have expectations. Duh. Oh, I guess I see what he meant. You know how to never get disappointed is to never have expectations. Could have figured that one out. You could have. Now with all these quests, I really might know. So we need to figure out. Zenith is in shambles after the star rain last night. I think that's gonna be one. A psychic wizard foretold the star fall in their teacup. And a stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes. No. Banshee, unusual amount of undead. Spectacle last night left a mark. Yes. Write it up. Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars. All right. The wind chimes alone could put me to sleep. A new dawn. Second of the astral moon. Oh, there's Rhea. Innkeep. Rhea. You got me new lines for me. Perhaps, but I'll only trade them for new ones of your own. Make me a drink. I had a long night. Want to tell me about that? No. I get it. You need some stamina first, right? What I need is some defense to ward off your questions. I'll go check if I can conserve that. Defense for you. Can I get you a new defense? Is that possible? I don't think I can actually get you a new defense. No, I only have that one defense still. Coming right up for you. Dwarf, Rhea. Rhea Ripley, maybe, possibly. I don't know. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. All right, order up. Send it. Some defense to keep your favorite innkeeper at bay. Who says you're my favorite? I might be after this drink. Fair enough. You're climbing up there. I'm very happy to hear that. Now, I've got a question for you. You think you can handle that? I'll try my very best, Mrs. Frostgrip. It's Ms. My bad. Ms. Frostgrip. I just thought since you're such a catch, keep it to yourself. All right. Is Kyle here? I was looking for him around town, but not a single lad or lassie has seen him. Thought maybe he got crushed by a fallen star? Worried? No. I see. I think he should be waking up right about now. Oh, there's Kyle. Rhea! There he is. Oh, I missed you so terribly. I thought you had died, or worse, abandoned me. I thought the terrible fathoms of time had taken a new friend from me yet again. I'm fine. Are you sure? Aye. Can you see her too, Innkeep? Yes, very much so. By the dragons! So she is not a dream nor a fragment of the past. I'm very happy you're not dead, Rhea. Thanks. Would you like to see the gift I bought you? Gift? When I was at the market all by myself, missing you terribly, I found these gorgeous earrings that reminded me of you. Ah, I'll help you put them on too. Wait. Are those suns? She actually has them on. Yes, because your friendship lights up my undead life. What do you think? I like them. They match my other jewelry, and the craftsmanship is decent. You mentioned you like leatherback clasps. I do like them. When did I say that? I'm not sure. At some point, or maybe I dreamed it. That is very likely. Speaking of dreams, I had the strangest dream about the stars falling down the other day. They crashed onto Gaia like a rain of fire, or beautiful fireworks. There must have been something wrong with my drink. Anyhow, Rhea, where did your slime go? It was washed away by the falling stars. The rain of falling stars. Oh. So the empty sky night wasn't a dream. No. Guess Cassiopeia couldn't carry it all anymore or something. Incredible. So it wasn't one of your strange drinks, Innkeep. Does that mean I can drink another one without a vision of falling firmaments again? I guess it's worth a try. Then I would like to try. Preferably something that will make me strong enough to lift a star. Just in case I would like to. I'll see what I can do. Obviously the red one. Give me the red one. Nope, not that one. That one. Thank you. Pour it up. The vampire always gets red. It seems like everybody does get the same drinks after all, right? Almost. Here we go. Put her up! Here, my best attempt at supporting your star lifting career. Oh, this is delicious. Do you think a molten star would taste like this? No. Perhaps. So what do you think what do you two think about the star rain? It was very bothersome. I had to look for shelter on my way back from the Rockawell Cliffs. My lord. They better hurry and clean it all up. You've got somewhere to be. You'll still have to get that vampire to Borovia before I can go get me hands on that gold. Ooh, ye. Oh, splendid. I haven't been in Borovia in quite some time. I cannot wait to see it again. But until then, I can't search for other materials. Better ones, even. That isn't going to be happening by sitting around. Are you collecting loot for your dragon horde? What? No. In what world do I look like a dragon to you? They are masters of disguise. What about you, Innkeep? Am I a dragon? You are? No, I'm afraid not. But you smell so primordial. Thank you. If you're not a dragon, Rhea, what do you need materials for? Decorations, ingredients? Don't you worry. I'm not trying to steal business away from you. They're for crafting. Like for friendship bracelets? No. For weapons. You're going to war, but I just got you back. I'm not going to war. Won't see me fighting for anyone but myself. Are you a blacksmith then? I am. And I'm looking for the right material to smash the next ore heart competition. I'm going to travel all the way to the caves of Ur for that one. That's so far. Can I come with you? That sounds very exciting. I hope you'll come back to show off your creation once you've won. I'll think about it. How are you feeling about the stars having relocated, Kyle? Wait, did that say relocated? It's fascinating. You think so? Yes. Now that I know it was not a dream, the implications are dazzling. Yesterday, when I was looking out in the night, I could see nothing but darkness. But then, as I stared at the sedating nothingness, I could see an astral hare fish hopping across the sky. Its sparkling tail left a gleam of light in its wake. It was followed by more of its kind, like a pack finding a place to rest for the impeding sunrise. With the light of the stars blinding me, I would have never been able to see such a spectacle. And you still thought you were dreaming. I thought the stars had just gone into hiding. We all do that sometimes. I would love to know how they're doing on Earth. They must be enjoying the new atmosphere. Possibly. Speaking of exciting, have you had a chance to take a peek at the letter of yours, Innkeeper? I'm afraid not. Either way, how exciting. You know, this world never ceases to amaze me with its natural wonders. Oh. Ah, there she is. This was by no means a natural wonder. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Who are you? The Wonder Police? I am Eliathia Anwar, High Cleric of the Aperture and the Chosen of Our Lady of the Endless Light. And I have returned to this establishment to investigate the tragedy of the Starfall. Not one of those protagonist types. Innkeeper, I am happy to see that you were able to collect more information for my research. I am grateful for your help in these trying times. At your service, miss. What are these times trying? Me, and the wonderful people of Asteria. An empty night sky is no laughing matter. This must be taken care of swiftly. Just like swiftly. I guess it's empty every time of the day now, actually. How does that not worry anyone? We have other things to worry about. And if these sorts of things stopped happening, this babbler would be out of a job. Indeed. I find it very exciting. That is somehow even more worrying. Say, are you a vampire? What else would he be? I am indeed. That is also very exciting. Do you have any affiliation with Morrow Castle? What is a castle? Why are you asking? While I was seeking shelter from the calamity, I came across a young echo with a gloomy temperament. Or rather, I came across his hands in my pockets attempting to steal my most precious spell components. Luckily for him, I am not a very vengeful person, and I believe in the redemptive power of second chances. And he did make an effort not to steal from me again. Very wise. Did he travel with you? No, we went our separate ways. I believe he wanted to be alone after narrowly escaping an encounter with a horrid vampire. A horrid vampire. They must have been very hungry, as they tend to be. Only if they're not eating responsibly. Who did you say you encountered again, miss? A roguish wind echo. Ah, yes. A windy aftertaste is hard to resist, and primordial blood is a delicious luxury. Speaking of which, innkeep. No. Are you from the primordial sea? Not in the slightest, but my blood would taste delicious if I was willing to share it. I see. What about your blood, miss? Are you out of your mind? Propositioning a holy woman for her blood? Well, you've got a lot of it. Fair question, though. And I need all of it to keep up my strength against the looming evils of this world. Without me, who would even care enough to investigate this whole mess? After all, none of you seem to care. Besides, a taste of my blood would probably reduce you to ashes. I like your unwavering sense of self-importance. Thank you. I like your earrings. Thanks. So, what are your next steps for saving us, citizens? Well, your rumors are all over the place, which is good. That means there's a lot to look into. Still, I would have appreciated a bit more organization. My bad. I will start my investigation in the Zenith and Themis. Have a closer look at the wreckage caused. Maybe examine the rubble more closely. Perhaps it harbors hidden clues. Once I found out what is going on, I will put a stop to it. And the stars have already fallen, lassie. Not a lot you can do for them. Then I will make sure nothing like this can ever happen again. Perhaps Cassiopeia can even be healed. It is imperative for the order of this world that she herself does not fall. Couldn't agree more. I know you got this under control, miss, but how would you feel about a little drink to boost your spirits? You have a long investigation ahead of you after all. If you're offering, thank you kindly. What can I get you? It depends on the approach I decide to take with this. I could focus on the investigative aspect, really digging my heels into connecting the threads, analyze the situation, find hidden clues, speak to the locals and those affected. Of course, I would have to do so strategically. With the right approach, this plan would fall apart. And perhaps I would even need to inspire bravery in others to care about my cause. On the other hand, who knows who caused this? If I focus too much on theory, I may not be in the right condition to fight whomever I encounter. But you will be able to talk to them. That's always much more entertaining. Not everyone can be reasoned with. In such a case, I should be able to properly defend myself, especially if something similar should threaten to occur again. I need to be prepared for even the worst case scenario. I could offer you some phoenix chilies. Who knows what you will encounter, but burning stars are best avoided with a hint of fire resistance. Sounds reasonable. So either it's right balance between intelligence and inspiration, or the ultimate fireproof of self-defense. I am not yet certain which path I should walk. You should trust the innkeeper with it. He always has the most wonderful solutions. Just this once I shall. I'll make sure not to disappoint. Now I definitely will do this. I will definitely go fire resistance, and I will make sure we do the defense. The defense? No, not the attack. The defense. The lagoon. Yeah. I like that better. There we are. Perfect. This, yeah. A little bit of drippage. Perfect. And a little bit of this to go along with it. We got it. Order up. In or out you go. There you go. You never know what you may encounter. I think it's best to be prepared for the worst. Precisely. I do believe the best in people, but some are a lost cause. That being said, your drinks are certainly powerful. I can feel the phoenix chilies burning in my veins. Not to mention that I feel ready to take any hit, no matter how vicious the creature is. Like the scales of the dragons, your drinks shall protect me. That they shall. I think I'll begin my investigation at the fallen west gate. It fell? It exploded when a star landed on it. Since then, it has drawn the presence of a bandit as well as less humanoid evil. Perhaps I can find some answers in all that chaos. Best of luck. Say, Miss Holy Spirit, those fallen stars, are they still intact? They crashed into the ground, so no. They are not intact. Were they pulverized? Not fully, no. Would you say that falling stars make for an interesting type of material? For what? Well, yes. They would certainly be rare. Need any help on that holy mission of yours? I know a thing or two about rocks and the like. Could give you some insights on those impact conditions. I can't say I'm an expert in geology. Sure. I would very much appreciate your assistance. Great, then I'm in. Me too. Do you know about geology as well, or astronomy perhaps? I know about astrology, and this all sounds so very exciting. I've been terribly bored waiting for Rhea to come back, and this will greatly aid me on the mission of curing my boredom. Well, I do like to help. That is very kind of you. I know. You don't have to come along. Of course I do. Could you imagine if the stars fell down again? What if one crushed you? I need to stay close by so I can catch it. I don't think you could The stars already fell, Kyle. Done deal. What about the ones in the primordial sea? What if it floods us with all of its mirrored stars? That's unlikely. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm going on this adventure with you. And with you, miss. Great. Wonderful. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let us not waste any more time, shall we? Thank you for your aid and keep. I shall return with conclusions and perhaps even mended firmaments. I'm looking forward to hearing of your heroic deeds. How exciting. Rhea doesn't want it. Wish me luck. Good luck. I hope you find suitable material. Me too. That's funny. Oh my gosh, who are you? Hello? Hello? I would like your finest drink, please. A drink, you say? What do you have in mind, miss? Melina. But Melly is fine. It's short for Melina. Oh, I see. Well then, Melly, what kind of drink would you like? Something tasty. Something that will give me a few new fun ideas. And some Thunder Sage. I don't have any money, but I've got something to barter for the drink. You don't need to pay, but I want to. It doesn't feel right otherwise. All right, fine with me. What do you have for me? Golden feather. Thank you very much. Now I can accept a drink. Very well. Let me see what I can do. I'm blown away. All right, give them the maybe the sunny breeze. Oh no, give them the sparkling nebula. With some sage though. Is this the sage? This is sage. Sage. I think that's sage. Okay, that. A little bit of this. Okay. And a little bit of this. I'm pretty sure that's a sage. All right, there you go. Is that good? Did we do good? I'm sorry. Oh, did we go a little bit too much? We went a little bit too much. There. Perfect. Good? I think that's good. She's precious already, she is. I think we made our drink. Order up. That was my most, like... That was the least confident I've ever had. Some new, fun, and sweet ideas coming right up. Oh, look at her. This is perfect. I'm already feeling the energy from hijinks running through my veins. Thank you. This is a really nice tavern. I think I'm going to hang out here for a bit. I need a break from my investigations. Can I pet your familiar? No, he's quite antsy when he hasn't been fed. I'd worried for your hands. Okay. She's like a cat. Oh, hello. Zephyr's back. Oh, Zephyr, almost didn't see you there. I suppose I am as stealthy as the night. No, as the night. I meant as the night. Sounds like you need a drink. Desperately. One that helps me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours, I think I've forgotten how to speak. That explains why we're communicating telepathically right now. We are? No! Who in the are you? Was I too stealthy for you? No. Let's get you a drink so you stop cursing at the child. Detective. Stop cursing at the detective. Yes, of course. Though my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I'll trade you one for a trinket. Ah, yeah, one of those. One of those. What if I didn't find one? Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through the castle without stealing a single thing? Here, thought the place might like it.
Hey, subscriber!
Thank you for subscribing, Joshua. Oh, well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But it is wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. Does the tavern want to guess what it is? An oversized stamp, a frying pan. Let's do oversized stamp. You're not even remotely close. But imagine making a huge wax seal with it. I bet that would look so cool. You need a very big puddle of wax, though. I think such a large amount of wax would make it impossible to open any letters. Probably. It's a wall clock, adorned with hungry bats, one creature of the night telling time to another. Right there. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's nowhere near midnight. Its hands seem to have gotten stuck just right before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or will I have to pull another heist? No, this will do just fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps their, his, hers promises, I shall now prepare for you. How come they did that? The game knows the pronoun, but okay. One moment. Let's see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. Something more polite. Yeah. Summer breeze. Sunny breeze. I keep saying summer breeze. Sunny breeze. Or charisma. Or you. There we go. And then more intelligence to go along with that. Ooh. Oh, this is a... Ooh, this is a... Oh, this is way different. Oh. Okay. Open up. Get in there. This is definitely a different... Wait a sec. I can just do the other one, can't I? I can. The sparkling nebula. Let's just do that one then. There we go. Wait. No. I don't want to do the sparkling nebula. No, I want to do the sunny breeze. Oh, maybe. Or no, the spoken heart. Oh, goodness. Andu, you're getting all the liquids, buddy. All the liquids. There you go. Enjoy. I kind of drew a blank there for a sec. Okay, let's do that. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. Spoken heart. Order up. Politely, a drink. Did I accentuate that the right notes? Sure did. You should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I'm at now, thanks. Now, will you be polite and tell me what happened? No. Why not? I don't even know who you are. I'm Melina. Melina. What the heck? I lost the name there. Melina. But you can call me Melly. No thanks. So, what else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard. Nothing. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough. Do your parents agree with that? My parents are dead. Oh. And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding. I can count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them, but I already solved their murder, so it's okay. Did you avenge them? No, they got eaten by zombies, and the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge. Ah, that makes sense. It does. A classic adventurer's tale. Right? I basically speed ran my origin story. I've got dead parents as my motivation in a detective career to make sure I can help other people. Because people didn't help you? Exactly. But it's okay. It made me into the adventurer I am today. And I like who I am. Doesn't it make you sad? No. What's your origin story, Innkeeper? Or Zephyr? Yes, Zephyr, what is your origin story? It is far too dark for your young mind to handle. Best you don't know. Okay, what's your name? Blaze. But he just called you Zephyr. That's my middle name. Okay, I respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole that innkeeper clock from. fine. It was Morrow Castle. Thank you, Ninrox, for gifting out a membership. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was on a dangerous quest to steal a precious cape from a murderous vampire. Did she kill you? Obviously not. Not so murderous then. Well, she would have if she had caught me. So she didn't. No, I managed to complete the mission undetected. Thanks to the invisibility that took a hold of my body, I was able to avoid the cohort of monsters she had put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me, weak and not prepared to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their lithic claws at her doors did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that had been left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle. I heard Morrow Castle was very scary. Was it very scary? Yeah, it was. On a scale from 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary was it? In the middle, I suppose? Interesting. And did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all, thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. And your help. Anyways, I found the cape in her closet, hung up between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds. Did you take any? Maybe. So you're a thief. Obviously. Can you teach me how to be a better thief? I want to expand my portfolio. Why would I do that? Because I asked nicely. Forget it. I took the cape along with whatever gemstones I could find when I heard her approaching her chambers. Quickly, I hid among the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sounds. I thought I had made it through when suddenly she opened the closet doors. I was pressed so close to the wall, I thought the wood would start vibrating in rhythm with my heartbeat. But she reached right past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities. What are vampiric activities? I don't know. Sucking blood, turning into bats, scheming about blood. Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like. Indeed. Did you make it out of there easily, Blaze? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth, and to the summit of Witch's Peak. Almost scared this strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She was ready to ignite me with her golden flames. This seems harsh for just a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in her pockets? Who can say? Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock? It was sitting in a display case, in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever. Then how did you know it was in the middle? I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise, I was able to crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought of it strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it. A tag. She's very organized, labels everything. Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry? Its label described it as blood from the very first vampire, Mike. Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune. In that case, thank you again. It will look great in my tavern. Indeed. It sounded like you would have been in a lot of trouble if you got caught. But I wasn't. Thanks to the innkeeper's drink, I not only survived, but also avoided the horror's wrath entirely. Sounds like a tasty drink. I would hope so. It seems like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job. I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made it past so many monstrous creatures without being harmed. Did you think you might die when you took the quest, I mean? It's always a possibility. Then why would you go? Death is inevitable, such as life. At least you have your cape now. Well, it's not mine. It belongs to another vampire. Another vampire? Yeah, it was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. The clutches of a love always ends in cruel tragedy. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. Oh my god. Only for those willing to suffer, of course. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire, Melly, would love his cape back. Could I extend the quest to include a speedy delivery? After the day I've had, you've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? Professional hiding. Fine. I'll do a direct delivery. Just this once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with her investigations. I'm sure you'll recognize her. Not her again. Where are they? Uncertain. Try looking around Zenith. They can't have gotten far. What are they investigating? The Star Rain, as far as I know. That's what I was investigating. We should go talk to them. We can exchange notes. I already drew a map of all the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe they can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Come on, Blaze. We have to go and find them. For your cape and for my notes. Yeah. I'm going. Alone. You do whatever with you along. Oh, you do whatever with you along. I can never stay undetected. Aw, wait for me. See you soon, innkeeper. Oh. See you soon, Melly. Indeed. And that will be where we stop it here in Tavern Talk. I will stop it here. We won't continue. I will let you finish out your Tavern Talk story. It's a wonderful game. Visually looks amazing. Dialogue's awesome. Characters are very, very interesting. I highly recommend this game. There's a ping link in the chat where you can add this game to your wish list. If you enjoyed this, you can pick it up on Steam, or you can go pick it up on Nintendo Switch right now. I want to say a special thank you to the developers for sending me a key so that I can showcase this all off to you. Go finish the story of Tavern Talk and see where it takes you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope, if anything, this stream was nothing but relaxation for you. Maybe put you to sleep, give you a little bit of relaxing time, wind down a bit. If you ever need something like that, come back to the stream in the future, right? Anyways, that's all I got for you. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, morning, wherever you may be. I'll see you tomorrow with some more streams, and we'll talk very, very soon. Take care.